Hello, children, and welcome to your fine and gross motor activities with Mrs. Otter. Let's look at your learning question. Can I make a lazy 8 to get ready for craft making, drawing, writing, and mark making? Start on the green dot and then move upwards and left, down, up, left. You can make the lazy 8 on a big piece of paper, on the tiles, on the wall, or even outside if it's not too hot. It's also fun to practice the lazy 8 in a big tray filled with shaving foam. See how many lazy 8s you can make in one go. Now that you've done your lazy 8, let's see what our learning question is. Can I use puffy paint to draw lines and circles using gross and fine motor movements to make a card or a painting or a pattern? For this, we're going to need shaving foam and glue and then mix it all together. We are going to be the green bear because we are going to be aspirational and adaptable. We are going to practice and work really, really hard and repeat activities to improve. Perhaps you can make a lovely thank you card for your teacher or your TA, your home learning adult, or any of your other teachers who helped you this year on your learning journey. Before we watch the video on how to make puffy paint, let's have a look at what we will need. Can I use puffy paint to draw lines and circles using gross and fine motor movements? That's your learning question. For this activity, you will need shaving foam, food coloring, that's optional, white school paint, wax paper, a paintbrush, a Ziploc bag, a spoon, a mixer with your adult's assistance, of course, and big card or paper. Let's watch the video on how to make your puffy paint together. Let's have a look how to make puffy paint. Super easy with shaving foam and glue. Mix equal parts of white glue and shaving foam together until it forms a thick foam. Scoop it into a bag or syringe or just scoop it out and spread it. Scoop it onto baking paper so that it won't stick. These are just suggestions. You can use puffy paint in any way you want. You can even paint with it with a paintbrush. Ladle some of the mixture into a bag, a plastic bag, so that you can draw or write with the puffy paint. Cut it off at the pointy bit there so that you can have an opening through which you can squeeze the mixture. We all learn best when we use as many of our senses as possible. So for this one, we're going to use touch and smell and see. We're going to use our eyes. Once you are finished with your drawing or your painting, or I even made some tic-tac-toe shapes here, an X and an O and O sound, so that we can later on play tic-tac-toe. Remember, it may take a while to dry. You can leave it outside if you have space during the day so that it can dry a little bit faster. Once your puffy paint is dry, you can carefully lift it off the paper and then you can cut it into any shape you want. I drew a heart like this because I would like a heart shape for my card. So I'm going to cut out the heart like this. And once I've cut it out, I'm going to stick it onto my puffy paint card. You can also use this heart, and you can practice your letter formation down his long legs, or you can practice your zigzag letters just like this. It's super cool now that it's dry. This one is really cool. This is the one that we scooped out, or we squeezed out from the bag, and this is what it's like now. Carefully remove it from the paper, and then you can play with this just in your hand. Fold it, roll it around. You can draw on it, write on it, play games, play whack-a-mole, anything you want. This one I made, and now we can play tic-tac-toe. Be very careful when you remove the X, the X, so that it doesn't tear, and also the O. So with these ones, you can play tic-tac-toe. You can do anything with your puffy paint. Now that you are finished with your lovely puffy paint shapes or picture or message, you can take a photograph and post it on Seesaw for your teacher to have a look at. Well done.